Hey guys, it's Alex. I just wanted to talk about the keto diet. I'm finally getting around to making the video. I've kind of made up a list of things that I want to touch on and basically talk about how I've learned to be successful with the diet. So first of all, just to give you some health background about me and why the diet, why this particular diet was what I chose. I went to the doctor. I was 0.1 on my A1C away from being diabetic. So that was kind of the scare that I really needed to really kind of try and get myself under control. I've also got PCOS, insulin resistance, thyroid problems. Basically for as long as I can really remember, teenage years and on, I've always had kind of an unhealthy relationship with food. Ranging from eating disorders to binge eating. I mean, the whole gambit of eating problems and stuff that comes along with it, I've dealt with. So I've really, as I got older and I had my kids, I had really put on a lot of weight. And I've tried lots of diets unsuccessfully. Nothing was ever working. And I kind of stumbled across this in my search after I got the bad news about my A1C. It made a lot of sense to me because of the fact that my body is so insulin resistant, and I was already on the road to diabetes, to just think about my carb intake and how that was affecting my overall health. Carbs are fine for some people and they're not fine for others. So I learned pretty quickly that carbs were probably the source of most of my issues. I had constant stomach issues. I just felt bad all the time. And that changed really quickly with this diet. So I still have a lot of issues with things like lack of energy because I have a lot of sleep problems, which I've also always had. So I'm kind of a mess medically, honestly, but this works. So if you are looking in the mirror, you are tired of the way you look, and you want to change, this is a good place to start. Now, maybe you'll tweak things and modify things and eventually you'll have carbs, or you might, change it in little ways, but this is a good place to start to kind of reset your body. So lots and lots and lots of research went into this. I mean, I'd heard about it, of course, but I just didn't know a lot about whether it would work for me. Like I said, I've tried so many failed diets that I really felt a little hopeless going into it. Plus, it just seems counterintuitive, the diet itself. Like, you've always heard such bad things about fats. Fats are terrible. Don't eat fat. You can't have fat. If I have anything fatty, then I'm going to gain 10 pounds. So, it's counterintuitive from what you've been taught. But I can tell you that I am eating healthier than I ever have before. I'm feeling better than I ever have before. And this works. So you're going to want to do a lot of research and see if this is right for you, your medical issues, your body, and what you think. A good place to start is kind of a funny one, but it's Reddit. There is a whole board dedicated to keto dieting. You can find lots of research studies on there for different medical conditions and how they can possibly help keto or hurt keto. Keto is not for everyone. I would not recommend this to everybody. This is not for everyone. It won't work for everyone. But if you are at a place you are not losing weight and you are not doing anything but gaining weight, then this is going to work for you most likely. Your problem is probably that you are overdoing it with your carbs. So start out with the Keto Reddit, do lots of online research, look for actual studies that pertain to you, and figure out whether this is right for you. The next thing that I want to talk about is something that's essential to every diet, not just keto, but every diet. Keto, yes, you in a way are consuming different calories than you would typically on another diet. But keto, just like any other diet, is still calories in, calories out. The most important thing that I've found that helps with that is tracking everything that you eat. I don't care if you have a cheat day, you track it. Because then not only are you telling yourself, okay, well, this is my problem. I used to take in 4,000 calories a day because of all the carbs that I was eating. And now I'm 1,200. So I want to show you kind of what I use. I use an app called MyFitnessPal. You do have to tweak it just a little bit to fit keto macros. But I just found that it's the easiest because if you look at this, so this is the thing here. So I track everything that I eat. So right now, I have had a ton of food, and I'm only up to 570 calories. And you will be shocked that when you cut out the carbs, your calories, it's hard to make your calorie counts. So an important thing that you're going to look at is your macros. Now your macros on MyFitnessPal are hardly ever going to be correct. And this is because they're counting overall carbs. And in the keto diet, you only count what's called a net carb. A net carb is a regular carb count on the back of a package on your nutrition facts, but you subtract the fiber amount and you subtract sugar alcohols if there are any. So those are your sweeteners like erythritol, stevia, monk fruit extract. Those all get subtracted. And so you only count the carbs that are left over. So, for instance, today I have had 22 carbs. I don't even know if you can see the screen, but I'm going to put it up there in case you can. But 11 of those carbs were fiber. That means today I've only actually had 11 carbs. That is great. That is perfect. That's right where you want to be because you want to have 20 net carbs per day. Sometimes I go over. I don't sweat it. A big part of this diet is that you cannot let your unhealthy relationship with food and your stress and everything else get down on you. Because if you start getting stressed about the diet, it's not going to succeed for you. And that's something that I have found over time. I have slipped. I've had bad days. I have bad weeks. I feel sick sometimes. And I just want to eat potatoes. You know what? Just do it. If you are stressed out about your cheat times, if you are stressed out, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how, if you are stressing out about the food that you are eating, it is more healthy, in my opinion, to take that cheat meal than it is to sit there and stew about it and stress about it and feel bad when people are, having different foods around you. And a lot of people who do keto will tell you never cheat, don't ever do this. And it's true, it can become a slippery slope to cravings and other things. But I'm not going to go through my kid's birthday party and not have a piece of cake. Okay? I know that about myself. So don't stress out about those things. Life happens. I am really busy. I'm a mom, I have kids and I watch other kids during the day and do school and all sorts of stuff. So sometimes I go through a drive-through. If I can figure out a keto way to do it, then I do it, and if I don't, I don't. So the biggest part for me is trying to figure out a healthy relationship with food and learning how to not let food stress me out so much. So just briefly, I want to go through some of the other things that are important. We already talked about tracking calories, out versus in. You're always going to want to input less than you are taking out. That's how you're going to lose weight. You really need to be careful with your percentages. You're going to go online and figure out your macros that are going to work for your body. Usually in keto, about 75% of your calories are going to come from fat. Around 15% is going to be protein, and 10% is going to be those carbs. You are still going to intake carbs. It's just going to be different kinds and the right kinds. You need to avoid excess protein. It can actually put on weight. So you want to stay within your protein macro, but you want to also make sure that you meet that protein goal, because that's when bad stuff like hair loss and the different things that can happen with this diet happen. Another thing to talk about is what to expect in the beginning. So in the beginning, your body is going to flip out because it's been addicted to carbs, it's been addicted to sugar, and just like any other drug that your body perceives, you are going to get sick as hell. They call that the keto flu. So there's a couple things that'll happen. You will extremely rapidly lose probably at least 10 pounds. This is swelling, water, everything. Your body is just going to go chaos. When you're doing this, you're going to get the keto flu. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's like having the stomach flu. You're going to feel like hell. I have gone through it now twice when I had a pretty big slip. I have found that something that kind of curbs it for me is the Bai drinks. They are sweetened with erythritol. But they are sweet enough that it kind of almost tricks your body into helping you through that. You also need to make sure that you're taking plenty of water to replenish that stuff that you are losing, and keep it up, because if your body gets imbalanced, that's when you're going to feel the worst. You're going to take in tons and tons and tons of water. If you start getting headaches, salt, water and salt, those are the things that you need. Your body is out of alignment. It doesn't know what to expect and it's freaking out. So that's very normal. It will last a couple days and you will get through it. And if you make it through it, you will have more energy and more anything than you've probably ever had in your life for years. You'll feel so much better. Do not weigh yourself to death. There's no point. And all it does, again, is stress you out. So if you put on 0.5 pounds, it's not important. It's not important. What's important is that maybe once a week you step on the scale and you're going to see results. If you get obsessed with weighing yourself, again, I feel like the stress from the diet will just weigh you down. Don't overthink things. These are complicated diets, but they're also simple. If you go to McDonald's, get something without a bun. Okay, there you go. Get your cheeseburger without a bun. Obviously avoid breading. Anything with bread, almost everywhere nowadays will let you get whatever you want without bread. So that's just a simple way to make it work. Tracking. That's important. And I am now over 40 pounds down. I feel the best I've felt about myself, and I don't even know how long. I feel good again. I feel like going out there and putting on makeup. I feel like wearing nice clothes. I feel like doing those things. I'm almost to where I can shop in normal size clothing, and that's huge. I've been the crying girl in the changing room because I can't figure out pant sizes. I've done all that. So look at yourself in the mirror. It's time. You can do it. Lose the weight. And I will help you however I can. Message me. I will always respond. I will help you through this. You can do it. So I've had this unhealthy relationship with food forever. And if I can do it, you can do it. And I don't always do clean keto eating. Sometimes it's sloppy, sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's whatever's quick. But if I can do it, you can do it. So that's it, ladies. Do it. Get started. If this is right for you and you tried everything else, this will work for you. So start. Thanks.